Dating, is already hard enough. Then you throw in a single mother. Well, that seems downright impossible. It's Dark Knight Radio. I'm Dark Knight. And tonight, I want to talk about how dating single mothers can be hard, very hard. Now, if you like me, you've ran the gauntlet of dating the spectrum. You know what I mean? You've been in serious relationships, not so serious relationships with relationships with single mothers. And for anybody in my position, me, I don't have any kids, yet, right? So it took me a while to ascertain why it's so hard for single women, especially single black women, to date. All right, and I compiled, a little list. And these are why I think it's hard. Now, if you guys agree, please let me know. These are the reasons why I think it's hard of dating single mothers. Now, I do have experience in this. So for everybody who's saying, well, Dark Knight, you haven't been in that situation, so how you know? I'm going to tell you how I know, because I've been in those situations. I've probably been in more situations than a person double my age. Okay? Number one, let's start with the elephant in the room. This is somehow a touchy subject, but it has to be talked about. These days, people in general are crazy, but you have to be careful of who you bring around your children, especially your little girls, and really your boys too. I understand why it's hard for women who, single women to date, men, because I've heard stories in which the men don't really care about the mom, they care about the kids. And this pedophile thing is prominent. It's running rampant. I've heard stories in which these men are overly, too comfortable with the mothers of the girls or the little boys. And I read one article in which a mom came home and the dad was in his bed asleep with his shirt off and his pants off and his boxers, and her daughter was sleeping on his chest with just her pamper on. And when she came in, she videotaped it, I think. Now quote me on the specifics of the video. It's been a while. It's been about 3 or 4 years, but that always stuck with me. And how this guy had a future. He was a young guy. I think he was my age or younger. And now he's doing 25. And it's, they ran an examination on the girl and they found out he didn't do anything, but just hearsay, just the perception is king. The video footage, how can you refute that? And, now his life was over, because me, you don't have to, if I date, I probably never date a single mother ever again. But if I did, I don't want to be that close with the kids in a rush. Don't rush for me to meet the kids, to introduce me to the kids, because you never know what the previous guy may do. You never know what the girl dad has done, and that falls on you. You know what I mean? Because I want cameras on me. I want you to be around them, around your children. That's just me. The kids, he touched me in the play, and it might be a misunderstanding. You're in jail for 50 years. I don't want to play it. I've seen instances with guys who are not even the girl's biological fathers. They're sending the girls in their laps. And no, we don't play them games. You shouldn't be that comfortable. You shouldn't be in a rush. You want to meet someone's children anyway. Let the mom handle that. Let the mom handle, the correcting, the whooping, the dressing, the bathing, all of that, unless it's your biological daughter. But I was having a conversation with someone about that earlier, and that's just so cringy. To think of that someone's life can be over based off of misunderstanding. But the caveat to that is that it's guys out here that's doing that, man. So I understand why it's hard for women, or why it's hard for men to want to date each other. I completely understand. Trust me. Number two, when you date a single mother, you have to come in and be an instant role model, I feel. You have to come in and be a leader, a protector, a provider right off the bat, because it's what they're looking for. It's the missing piece of what they're looking for. You know what I mean? And I'm a kind of put number 2 and 3 together. Number 2 is being a role model. Number 3 is no room for error. There's no room for growth or error when you're dating a single mother. Everything is, okay, what you can show me, you need to show me now. When you come in, you have no room for error. There's no time for growth. There's no trial by fire. Because sometimes the complexities of a relationship makes the relationship fun, or make it worth it. The gaming, the joking, and it just took me into last night to fully understand why someone didn't want to try with me who had a child. Everything is going to be heightened. It's going to be magnified times 100. You may see it as a joke or not that serious. They take it very seriously because they probably think they don't have a lot of time, or if at all, they can find that right guy to come in and be that perfect role model. You know, that person can come in and sweep them off their feet, because the selection is low with them being single mothers. So you have to keep that in mind. And they do have that in the back of their mind. So you have to be adequate, and you have to be ready to not only want to start a family, but to take time out and adopt another family, which is going to even take 3 or 4 times as effort. And I don't think they fully understand, because in their mind, it's us against the world. What I'm doing is hard enough, and they don't want to really hear no complaining. You either get on board or you don't. And some people choose to don't, and I see why. You want to grow. You know, you want to be able to have conversations. You want to be able to be spontaneous. You know, when you're in the realm of you want to, you know, do anything, and you just can't do that with a single mother. Number 4, dealing with the insecurities that the biological father has put in place in the relationship with the child and the systematic pattern. Now, if the dad has did anything harmful, anything to break the confidence or shake the confidence, anything to measure or to magnify the insecurities of that woman in that relationship, guess what? It's going to reflect on you, new guy. Everything you do is going to be looked at. Everything you say is going to be heard, it's going to be examined, and it's going to be brought to court. And you're not going to win in court with them. Because like I told you, there's no room for error when you're dating a single mother. You have to be perfect. There's no flaws. You can't joke. You have to be serious. You have to come in and show them father material, husband material, everything. If that man has put a mental burden or any type of improprieties on that woman mentally to make her feel less of a woman, less as a mother, and to make her feel hurt on top of her having to battle and be a mother, oh man, you're going to get it. You're going to feel it. It's going to reflect on you. Everything that made her hurt or mad about him is going to be put on you now. It's your turn. You next up to bat. And you better come to play. Number 5, correcting the child. That goes along with number probably 1 or 3. You want to teach, you want to correct the child, because if you're a man, a leader, you know, it's your given right. It's your responsibility. It's an innate ability you have to want to be able to direct, correct, and protect, right? And sometimes it's hard to do that because you may have an ideology on the way you do it. The mother may have another ideology. The father may have another ideology in the way in which you do that. Do you say nothing? Do you let the mother handle it? Do you let the father handle it if he's in the life of the child? Do you handle it without asking no one? Because I think if you're going to date a single mother, it's probably right for you to meet the real father, to shake his hand, look him in his eyes, let him know the type of man you are, so there's no miscommunication. There's no problems. I don't know if men actually do that. I don't know too many men who date single mothers and want to go that far to the point where they say, you know what, I'll meet the man, let him know who I am, because it's only right if I'm going to be around the child. He may say, look, man, I'm glad you met me. I respect you, but I don't want you touching my child. I don't want you whooping my child. You can discipline them, verbally. You can teach them, you can correct them, but I do not want you putting hands on my child. That's only fair. It's not your child. Right? What if the child is disrespectful, though? What if the child, spits on you? You know what I'm saying? Well, if you feel, you're weak to the child, you disrespect, throwing stuff on you, calling your names. That's why my mama cheating on you, nigga. My real daddy was a real man. What you do with that? How do you handle that? You handle it by not handling it. Just watch what you do. Whatever, any decision you make is a decision you make. Number 6, kind of go along with number 5, breaking a pattern. How do you break the pattern if the father wasn't in life to teach the child? But you want to come make an impact. You want to come and change something. You want to come and save this woman. You want to come and save the child. You see where it's headed. You see where it's going. It's a burden. You feel alone. Everybody's against you. You're a lone shark coming in a system trying to change it. What can you do? How can you fix it? How can you break that pattern? How can you break the mold of how the mother may look at men? How do you break it? Number 7, which is most important to me, sharing time. Can you really fully grow in a relationship with a single mother? Like I was saying, can you be spontaneous? Can you say, what you doing at 10:30, 11:30 at night? You want to take her to the movies. You want to take her to a park at night. You want to take her to a park in the morning. You want to jog with her. You want to take her to brunch and dinner or breakfast. You want to stay out all night with her. You want to go to a Falcons game or Atlanta Hawks game, and you want to stay all night and get drinks afterwards. You want to walk through the city holding hands with her, talking to her, going to these late night spots. I love these late night spots in Atlanta too. You want to go on Peter Street with her. You want to pull her all-nighter. You want to stay up all night watching movies with her. When she got those boy shorts on, or those Victoria Pink brand lingerie underwear on. You want to be able to do things all through the house with her. You want to have to worry about no eyes on you. You don't want to worry about being, watched or judged, or have to be careful all the time. Some men want to spend that quality time with that woman and give them that time. Can you do that with a single mother? Some women don't want you over the house while the girl is over the house, while the children is over. I don't blame them. You may have to drop them off to school, and it gets in the way of your schedule. It gets in the way of your plan. You really have to you have to insert yourself and fit yourself in their life, in their time, in their schedule. Number 8, stepping on toes. Well, if the father is trying his best, but what he's doing is not getting to the mother. He's not helping the mother financially. He's not spending time with the child, not providing for the child. Do you come and exert yourself and try to make yourself better than the father so you can come in and be the quote-unquote real dad? Do you do that and try to take his place and step on his toes, his ideology, and say what your dad is saying is not right? I'm going to show you how I really supposed to be. He want a real man to keep you and your mama safe and protect and provide for him. I'm going to do it. Do you do that? No. That's how people get killed. You don't play with a man's family. You don't come and try to change the ideology. You come and try to make something better. Listen and understand. Then when everybody have a cohesive mindset, then you can move about amicably. You don't talk about, because that kid's gonna go back and tell that dad what you said. When the mom get mad at you, she's gonna go back and tell the real dad what you said. And because you're already having sex with the mom and with the child, he's gonna feel somewhat inferior. And guess what? he gonna come see you. He gonna come to your house because you in it to win it now. And another question I had, if you date a single mother and you guys were serious, you dated 5-10 years, and you break up and you grown an attachment to the children, to the daughter or the son, how can you stop that? How can you stop the bond that you created with those children? Cause wouldn't it look weird if you still talking to him after you and their mom broken up? He said, I want to go over Jimmy's house. I want to go over Morel's house. He's like, well, I'm not with Morel no more, so you shouldn't be going over there. I'm not with David no more. You shouldn't be going over there. So now it looks like it's something more. So it's always a problem. And it's not easy. It's hard dating a single mother. Number 9, what if, the real father and the mother is arguing? That's an awkward situation, isn't it? What do you do? Like, what do you do if they're arguing about something that doesn't affect you, like the child? It may be about you, or him, or she telling him that he needs to spend more time. What do you do? Do you try to mediate? You can try to mediate. I want to get in between that though. What if he still got something with her? What if he still likes her? What are you gonna do? Get in between, so you shouldn't be talking to her. Like, nigga, I was here first, nigga. You a rebound. You a placeholder. I can come back and get her anytime, and she quiet. She ain't saying nothing, but she know it's true deep down in her mind. But you just inserted yourself, so anything he said, you got coming. You want to be Superman? Here go that kryptonite. What do you? But see, these are the things you have to deal with dating a single mother. There's nothing on this list that you can say, well, that may not happen. All of this is 70% to happen in a relationship with a single mother. There's nothing on this list that you can say, well, it may not happen. The perception of the pedophile thing, the role model thing, no time for error, dealing with insecurities, correcting the child, breaking the pattern, sharing the time, not stepping on toes, a woman arguing with her ex. I had to throw the paper off the damn. What part of this is not, you can say it's not going to happen unless, quote unquote, if the real father is dead or he's out of state and just not in the life of the children at all. You better be careful, man. Because I've heard and read stories in which people are now in a jail cell based off that 3 thing. I seen stepfathers kill real fathers kill stepfathers over the children, over the relationship. It's a video on YouTube. I don't know if you guys have seen it, and it's funny. It's a tall guy standing on the bed and a short, dark-skinned guy saying, "I'm a general, I'm a concrete nigga. I'm willing to die for that vagina." Please, somebody look up that video about the ex, and he's still in love with the woman, and he's threatening the new boyfriend. And so he got a nigga with him. He's like screaming and shouting in his face like he getting ready to Will Smith the nigga. Oh yeah, I'm gonna talk about that next. Oh yeah, Dark Knight got something to say about that. But please look up that video and get back with me. It's Dark Knight Radio. I'm Dark Knight. You guys be good, be safe, man. We out of here.